Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to trade in Path of Exile 2. We're going to be looking at buying items and selling items, and by the end of the video I'm going to show you a little trick, a little tool that you can use to make price checking your items a lot easier. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so to start off, we're going to go over how to buy items, and the first thing you're going to need to know is that the main currency that people use to trade with currently at this time of recording is exalted orbs. So you're going to definitely want to have some exalted orbs to be able to trade anything. So as you can see, I've got 3 of them here. You find these throughout the campaign. I'll put on a little clip of me receiving one. If you haven't found any yet, just keep playing the game, push forward as much as you can, and you'll get some. Now, normally exalted orbs are used to add a modifier to a piece of gear, to a rare item, to give it an extra stat basically. However, this is probably not the best use of this if you're playing in the trade league. You can instead trade these exalted orbs for pieces of gear that will improve your character. So today, I'm going to be upgrading my boots because I've been using these Wanderlust boots, which have been great since the middle of Act 1 when I got them, and I am now in Act 2 Cruel, and I'm still using these, and I think it's time for a bit of an upgrade. So we're going to go over to the Path of Exile 2 trade website. I'm going to leave a link in the description to that. You're probably going to want to bookmark it because you're going to be going there all the time. So let's just all tab over. Okay, so we are on the Path of Exile 2 trade website. Like I said, link will be in the description. The first thing you're going to do is log in, so make sure you'll know your information to log into your account. Then, I'm going to be looking for a pair of boots in this. And this is going to be an example, but you can look for any type of gear that you need using this method, basically. First things first, make sure you are in PoE 2 Standard, if that's what you are, or in Hardcore if you're in Hardcore, but I'm guessing you're not. And then down here in the item category, I'm going to be looking for boots. So I'm just going to type in boots. It's going to be there, click on it. Perfect. Now the next thing, and this is going to be pretty important that you actually remember to do this, make sure that you are choosing a maximum level that your character is already at or close to, so that you're not going to be finding like pieces of gear that are way higher level than you can even equip at the moment. You're looking for something that is, you know, something you can equip right now. So I'm level, I think like 52 or something. So I'm going to put like maximum level 52, and then the next thing that we're going to do is I know that I want some decent movement speed on my boots. Wanderlust already has 20%. I want ideally something higher than that. So I'm going to type in movement over here in the stat filters. Make sure you have this showing. And then increased movement speed, I clicked on that. And then over here, I'm going to type in 25% at least minimum. Now, if I hit search, we get an internal error. Uh-oh. Okay. Much better. So now it's going to show me a whole list of over 10,000 boots that meet this requirement. As you can see, they're priced in exalted orbs, so people are selling boots with 25% movement speed for an exalted orb. Now, I want to refine this further and find a pair of boots that's even better than just having that movement speed. I also want some life and potentially some resistances. So we're going to add stat filter here. Maximum life is right here, but if it wasn't, I would just type it in. And I want to have at least, I don't know, 60 life. I also want to have resistances. Add stat group. We're going to add count. And then here I'm going to type in resistance. And I'm going to click on lightning. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to click on cold. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to click on fire. And now I want a minimum of at least 20. And ideally, I want to find one that has 2 of these. So by changing the count to 2, it's going to look for any pair of boots that have this, both that meet this requirement, 60 life, 25% movement speed, as well as also having lightning resistance, cold resistance, or fire resistance, at least 2 of these that are a value of 20% or higher. Now, I have no idea if this is going to be something within my budget. We're going to hit search and find out. Would you look at that? There's a pair of boots right here listed a few seconds ago for 1 exalted orb, with 25% movement speed, 65 maximum life, and a bunch of resistance. This looks really good. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already sold, but we're going to try. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hit direct whisper, and we get an internal error again. Try again. Okay, whisper has been sent. I'm going to go right back into my game. You can see my whisper has been sent here. It automatically translates to whatever language the person is using their client in. And now we wait. Hopefully this person responds and invites us to their party. Okay, that person is not responding, so what I'm going to do is find a different pair of boots. Ah, here we go, mistake, sorry, it was underpriced. All good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the trade website, and we are going to refine our search. We're going to actually make this a little bit less specific. I'm going to just look for 1 resistance instead of 2. So I changed the count number down to 1, hit search. So now we can see that there are a ton of options. This one here has 143 life. That is amazing. Let's try and buy that. Also, if you're new to Path of Exile and you can't believe that you have to go on a website to trade, I'm right there with you. The game has been like this for like 10 years, and the developers are really sticking to their guns and choosing not to include an in-game auction house. Even though this is effectively an auction house, it's just on their website instead. I don't get it. But hey, that's their choice. One thing you can also do to refine your search to make sure that you're not going over your budget is down here in the trade filters section on the website. You click on buyout price, change the relative to Exalted Orb, and then put your maximum that you're willing to pay. So in my case, I just want to find items that are only 1 Exalted Orb or less, and then I hit search, and then we get an internal error, and I hit search again. Let's try whispering this person. Here we go, we got an invite, okay. So this person sent us an invite, then we're gonna teleport directly to them. Make sure that you have the currency already in your inventory. We're in their hideout, they have sent us a trade request. We are gonna hit accept down here. We're gonna plop an Exalted Orb in here. We're gonna make sure that this is the item that we wanted to trade, that we wanted to buy, and that this looks all good. So we are going to accept. And there we go, we now have the boots. Right click this guy, whisper, and say thank you. And then you can leave the party and enjoy the rest of your day. And now we're back in our camp, and you can see we have these boots, so I'm just gonna go ahead and equip those, and wow, we are now 5% faster, but we have a lot more life. So you can do this with virtually any piece of gear, all of the weapons, your body armor, your rings, your belt, your life flask, your charms, literally anything you want. You can search for it on this website. And yeah, that's how you buy things off of the website. So let's figure out how to list items on here. Okay, so you've been playing for a little while and you got some items that you think might be worth something to sell to other players, and you don't know how. So first things first, you're gonna need some premium stash tabs like I have here. These are tabs that you can set to public when you right click on the tab here, and then you can put prices on the items. So if you don't have these yet, you're gonna have to click on the shop, and you're gonna have to click on shop over here and stash tabs. And you're gonna want to either upgrade one of those base tabs that you have. Costs 10 points right now. There's a bit of a sale. I think every 3 weekends they do a sale on stash tabs, so wait for that if you're gonna buy some. Quad tab is premium. Anything that is a premium stash tab is something that you can use to sell items in. Once you have that, you can go to your stash, and let's just find one that's empty, this one here. So this is a premium stash tab. It's got the little like gem icon. I'm gonna right click it. I'm gonna call it sales. I'm gonna change the color to whatever the heck you want. I'll go with yellow, and we're gonna make it public. And then in this case, we will make each item individually priced. So we're gonna hit that little check mark to confirm. Now, I have this crossbow that I was using for a very long time, and I think it could sell potentially for 1 Exalted Orb. I don't know if it will, but I'm gonna list it. We're gonna drag it over and drop it into the stash tab, and then we're gonna right click on it. And then here where it says note, we're gonna click on that. We're gonna put exact price. We're gonna type 1 because I wanna sell it for 1 Exalted Orb. Make sure you switch this to the right currency. You can choose whatever currency you want, but most people are selling things for Exalted or Divines, or I've seen some things go for like Regals, but like cheaper stuff. So now, just by doing that, this item will be listed on the website so people can actually find it. Now, whether this will actually sell or not, that's just a whole other thing. That'll just depend on just leaving it there. Maybe you reduce the price of the item over time to try and sell it if it's not selling. But yeah, that's the gist of how you put an item up for sale. As far as actually selling an item goes, when somebody sends you a whisper saying they want to buy your item, you right click on their name and invite them to the party. Then depending on what you were doing, if you were in town or out traveling, killing monsters, go back to town or your hideout if you have one, go to your stash, find the item in question. It will be highlighted to make it a little bit easier for you to find it. Throw that into your inventory. When the other player is in your instance, in your town or your hideout, you right click on their little portrait and select trade. And then from there, throw your item in there, make sure that they put the right amount of currency on their side, hover over it to confirm, and voila, you've just sold your first item. Send them a little whisper to say thank you, and that's how it goes. It's that simple. I promised you that at the end of this video, I would show you a little trick to be able to figure out how to price items. So first things first, you're gonna need this tool called Sidekick. So this is Sidekick. I'll also leave a link to this in the description. And it essentially, you download it, You install it, you follow the instructions here. Once it's installed, to make sure that it works, you're gonna have to absolutely make your graphics and your mode set to either windowed or windowed full screen. It will not work in full screen. So now if I wanna, for example, price check that crossbow that we were just putting up, what I can do is hover over the item you want to figure out what it might be worth, hold Control, hit D, and then a little thing graphic pops up. Now here we can basically check certain parameters of the weapon, of the item in question, to then do a search to see what people are basically listing their items for. So in this instance, we're going to look up damage per second, we're going to look up attacks per second, and we want to make sure that it's looking at all crossbows, not just advanced sturdy crossbows. And then I'm just going to hit search, and we're going to see what happens. Right now it's looked through all of the items on the PoE website, and it has found a whole bunch of other crossbows that are listed for 1 Exalted Orb that are at least as powerful as this. So we can then click on Open Website here, which brings us to the trade website, and you can refine the search parameters further by hitting Show Filters. Let's say we wanted to make sure that we were looking at items of a same level, so this one is required level 48, maximum level 48. All right, there are a ton of other bows, other crossbows that are listed with the same amount of physical or like overall DPS or almost the same, listed for an Exalt. So you get an idea that, yeah, maybe this item is worth an Exalt, but it also might not sell at an Exalt. There's no way to really be sure until you actually just try selling things. But that'll help you just to price check things. It's good for uniques too. And there you go. That is how you trade in Path of Exile 2. Hopefully this video has helped. Hopefully it was fast enough. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If it did help you, please like the video. That helps me out. And yeah, I hope you're having a great time playing Path of Exile 2. I know I am, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.